Hi everybody, it's Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day and I'm doing a few short videos just to go over some questions that have been bugging me, and I thought they might be bugging you as well. So this reading is actually going to be about the kerfuffle that came about because AOC wanted to, she threw her hat in the ring for the chairmanship of the House Oversight Committee. Now this is a very important committee, and in fact, Jamie Raskin had been the chairman of that committee, which is why she threw her hat in the ring, because she thought, okay, he's stepping down, because he was trying to get the chairmanship of the Judiciary Committee, which I believe he obtained. Now, the Judiciary Committee used to be run by Gerald Connolly, and Gerald threw his hat in the ring for the Oversight Committee. So Jamie and Gerald were just kind of trading committees, right? But AOC thought, okay, here's an opportunity. It's, it's a free country. I can go ahead and throw my hat in the ring. And so she did. So her getting turned down for that maybe was almost even expected for her, because she is young as far as a congressperson goes. And she does not have the seniority, but is that the way it always has to be? Does it always have to be somebody who's, 100 years old getting the heads of these committees? I don't think in the near future it's going to work that way. And in fact, some of the committees that were voted on just recently, younger people did get the chairmanships because things are changing, but not so much. Judiciary and Oversight are two really big and important committees, and they're not going to, the old guard isn't going to give up so easily. So my reading is really going to be about, now see, AOC is a part of that committee still, so she'll still be on the committee, but she won't be the chairman of the committee. Now, in fact, I think she was a deputy chair or a deputy of some kind to Jamie Raskin on that committee for most of the time that she was on the committee. So that's at least the last 2 terms that she served in Congress. So she does have some experience with that, and I'm sure that gave her the confidence to throw her hat in the ring. But again, I'm thinking she probably didn't really think she was going to get it. However, what is Gerald Connolly going to do now? He has an opponent sitting at his right hand. Will he make her his deputy? Will he talk to her? Will he freeze her out? Will she drop out of the committee? What is going to happen with their relationship? So that's what I want to read on. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards and lay them out, and I'm going to change the cameras, and when I come back, it'll all be there like magic, and we can talk about it. All right, hold on. Very interesting. So the first card that we have is the card for the past, for sweet memories, for things coming back from the past. And I think this bodes well for AOC. I think that Gerry Connolly will realize that, he was in that position a lot in his career, and that she's no different than him. She's ambitious, but she's also stable. She's working towards the right thing. She's working with her constituents in mind, the American people in mind, and her heart's in the right place, in other words. And the sword that crosses that is very nice. It's the Ace of Swords. Now, I think AOC is also a Libra, and I think that the Ace of Swords are her ideas and her adding to the conversation. And, the first question, he might feel, uh-oh, is she challenging me? Because in the past, we have the 5 of Swords. And so in the past, he's remembering, she did challenge me for this position. She did challenge me for the chairmanship. But I think he gets over it pretty quickly. And I think he feels like, yeah, good. So she's not embarrassed. She's not cowed. She's not backing down. Good for her. She is going to go ahead and add to the conversation, and that's exactly what we need. In addition, I don't know if there is some sort of a salary involved with being a chairman as opposed to just being a regular member on a committee. If there is, then I think that, both he and AOC probably are bringing in a little extra dollars for this, but I'm not quite sure what this is about. It could mean that she helps with ideas that bring in more dollars for the projects for that committee, to to bring them to laws on the floor, but I think it's more for them. I think they get a little bit more in their paycheck if they're working on committees. So here we have what crowns them is the Three of Cups. This is them really getting along well. This is them having, getting to know one another and developing a friendship and a mutual respect. And then we have the Knight of Wands. And if you just give me 1 minute, I just want to look up what sign Gerald Connolly is. So just let me pause this real quick. Okay, yeah, Gerald Connolly definitely is a fire sign. He's an Aries with a moon in Leo. And so this is him. And he is presenting as a knight, not a king, because, except for within the halls of the House of Representatives, Gerald Connolly is not like one of these real lions of the government, right? He's not the lion of the Senate or the lion of the House of Representatives. He is old. He is 74, which I just realized means that my second husband is now 74 years old. Good Lord, he's old. And God, that's okay, whatever. I'm almost that old. I shouldn't be throwing stones. Anyway, so yeah, he is an Aries Leo. So he's got Cancer rising, even though they don't give a birth time for him. They're saying that he has Cancer rising. Interesting. So he probably will butt heads a little bit with AOC, unless she's also got a water sign rising, and I haven't done her chart, so I'll have to look at that. But I do see some things simpatico, and I did get a hit about them right when I was working on this video and the question. Now, the fears about this situation, well, I'm asking the question. So the fears are really probably for someone else, but fears come up as the Lovers. So I'm going to say that these are his fears. So he's a little worried about getting too friendly with her, too close to her. He is still somewhat a little bit threatened by her intelligence and the idea that maybe she would have better ideas than him, and that she challenged him to begin with as chairman. But he's not going to let that show, and he's not going to let that get in the way of things. Other people around him see that he's the hanged man. He is the one who stops things from happening, that he is conservative in his thinking. He is old school, old guard, and he does not really want a lot of these newer ideas to creep into the Oversight Committee. But he's going to have to. He's sitting next to AOC, so those ideas are going to come in. At his hopes for it, Queen of Swords, that's AOC. So he's looking forward to seeing how she develops, and the final outcome is Temperance, which would make sense. He is an Aries, so you can't tell me that he doesn't charge ahead with a few things, and his moon's in Leo, so he likes to hear his own voice, and he likes his own ideas going forward. I feel what my hit was with them is that once they got over their initial awkwardness in the committee, like the first couple of meetings, then he would begin to warm to her. An Aries to a Libra, he's going to warm up to her. They're natural allies, they're natural friends, they even you could say natural relationship people, because they do, Aries Libra represents the quintessential relationship man and woman in the zodiac. So I can see that they will warm to each other. I don't think that she has any problem with it. I think she's already over it, because she realizes that it was a long shot for her to get that chairmanship. But I think that he will actually end up mentoring her and helping her see some of the old tricks, the old ways, the old rules, the old things that work to make committees work. So I think she's going to learn a lot from him. I'm sure she learned a lot from Jamie Raskin too. But Gerald Connolly brings something different to the table, and so I think AOC is going to benefit tremendously from being on this committee with him, and I think it's a really good thing that she's still on the committee. I hope she's still on the committee, and that she can work with him and really learn a lot from this relationship. So that's what I have to say. That's the reading. Thanks for watching. See you at the next one. Bye.